take it back with that backpack, boombox, hatchback, throwback, snapbacks, no rims, hubcaps. Took the D train that time, jumped in the yellow cab, hopped on a plane, landed right next to a helipad. Everybody got their headphones now. Deja vu, same crew, different view, moving through different clouds. Boys from the hood chilling with the who-who's now. Welcome to the street, say to the proof-who's now.
It's been a long time, shouldn't have left you. Back with that heat for you to step to like to. Ta-da-da-da, we stay chilling like to. Ta-da-da-da, we stay chilling. Asia zone, sitting on Asian thrones. Roam the globe, but we call Asia.
My name is Joe Flizzow, and right about now I need you to get that dirt off your shoulder, cause I'm gonna be hip-hop in Asia.
Welcome to Indonesia.
Yeah. You know what? Yo, Dre, drop the verse.
Everyone is greeted with a sincere smile. But behind this cheerful disposition, there is a long history of hardship. This nation of 230 million has endured some turbulent challenges, from political agendas to devastating disasters. And despite a robust economic growth, Indonesia is still a place of poverty.
The original rough shakers.
Shutting it down, good lord. Baby got 'em open all over town. Strictly bitch, you don't play around.
But having gone through a series of calamities, it has now become a necessity for them to be as tough as nails. But how do they do it? And how does hip-hop find its place here?
I think about the girl all the time.
Indonesia is a country that's close to my heart, especially Jakarta. Me and this country, we go way back. And for DJ Cza, he even goes further back. I got a lot of good memories out here, but you know what? I'm ready to make more great ones.
The first guy I see is Wizzo, a rapper-producer who's worked with some of the heavyweights in the industry, such as Glenn Fredly and also Afghan. He's my local go-to guy, but even he can't save us from Jakarta's ruthless traffic.
Right now we're doing something that, you know, if you're in Jakarta you need to get used to, because we're just sitting in traffic, chilling. See, a lot of people say that the traffic in Bangkok is bad. Bangkok ain't got nothing on Jakarta traffic.
We in Kota Tua to link up with my homeboy Psycho G. He's one of the top rappers, the top rapper in Indonesia. He's been doing it for a minute now. I got to know Psycho G back from my 2 Fat days when he used to come here and do a lot of shows. And he's still doing his thing.
I remember a younger Psycho G being very determined to get his music out. Now he's a notable rapper, living the good life, but he didn't let that all go to his head. Besides hip-hop, there's another thing he treasures most.
To most people in Indonesia, the identity of your nation is very important. Like if you go to Medan, they have a Medan hip hop community.
Yep.
If you go to Bali, there's Bali hip hop community. They're unique, you know. Here, hip hop it's not as big as the other genre. But we're trying to find a way so that those who are not listening to hip hop, those who are, you know, listening to Indonesian music, they can also accept what we're doing.
Refuse it, move to the music, round and round, but it don't make you sick. Dance like you will dance for the time again and again.
I'm a full-time hip hopper. I don't do anything else. I just rap. Rapping, hip hop is actually storytelling.
Yep.
You tell an experience, you tell a topic of something that really captures your mind, and you want to express it back so people can understand. What I know about my life, what I learned from my life, I can compose it as a song so that people can relate and they can like my music. You just, you know, tell your stories on top of a beat. As long as you're passionate with it, you know, people can see that, people can sense that, and they'll be like, this dude is passionate. He knows what he's doing. It's not just something that, you know, came and go when the trend is out. He's still gonna be doing that for a long time. I see it as 2 words, hip and hop. Hip, it means that you're hip. You are knowledgeable. You know things. You are educated. And when it comes to hop, it's like, you know, you jump. You move, you activate yourself. So it's a culture where you're using your knowledge to move forward, you know. I realized that humility is an important part of being big. So many new rappers think that the way to be a good rapper is to be arrogant. Just because you have skills doesn't mean that you can be too overconfident and have a bad attitude as a musician, as an artist. If it becomes too comfortable, it's hard for you to evolve to the next level.
A humble man that speaks from the heart, Cza is a rapper that sets the bar in Indonesia hip-hop. Not only is he ruling the local charts, but he might conquer the box office too. Cza is a living example of how talent and genuine hard work will eventually pay off. Go from MCing to DJing, the origins of hip-hop, an element that first took the block parties in New York by storm in the 70s. I meet up with DJ Stan, who in the last 13 years has scratched his way to the top. He almost became a professional soccer player, but chose to go with his heart.
The first year I came here, I hated it.
Don't you give me all that jive about things.
There was no hip-hop. Yep. When you see MTV, there's just MTV Ampo, the local stuff and stuff, and it was just that, and then but afterwards, I get to know a lot of international kids, and I get to know a lot of the hip-hop community here. So from there it started, yeah.
Gonna shake it, gonna make it, gonna make it good. Gonna rock it through your neighborhood.
Kids nowadays, they don't know the classic stuff, if you drop some old school whatever, they just stand there, look at you yo, play some Lady Gaga, man. But there's a lot of new DJs nowadays, they're good, it's growing, and we have a good nightlife here, so the future is good, man.
DJ Cza.
Technology is the undisputed champion of today, but sometimes you just gotta get right with the basics first. Another veteran, DJ Ethnic, gives his 2 cents worth.
DJ baru itu kalau gue lihat beberapa sekolah DJ di Jakarta udah mulai ada yang khusus untuk mempelajari tentang scratching. Wow. Kalau dulu kan lebih banyak sekolah yang belajar tentang mixing. Sekarang kan udah banyak juga DJ yang pakai serato, tapi at least dari situ mereka kembali lagi ke zaman dimana kita mempergunakan turntable. Beberapa tahun yang lalu itu turntable agak kurang populer. Jadi DJ sekarang tuh nggak cuman pengen belajar untuk mixing aja gitu. Jadi ada beberapa mereka, gue pengen startnya dari
mereka
scratching.
Benar-benar mau ada skill dan basic yang the right basic, right?
The art of DJing with vinyl records are becoming obsolete, but this road, Jalan Surabaya, is every DJ's paradise. And Malaysian DMC champion DJ Cza got his mind on digging for some old school records.
Wait a minute.
That's a beautiful sound. You don't get that sound anywhere else nowadays, Everything is all digital.
The boys describe that nothing can be compared to the personal connection between you and the actual audio of vinyl records, something that digital perfection cannot replicate.
See, that's a classic right there. You know straight away that Isaac Hayes is sampleable. Although I got a lot of his tracks in my laptop, if I see an Isaac Hayes record like this in good condition, I'll get it.
What's up? I got my vinyls. Joe got his vinyls. For all you new DJs out there, if you wanna keep it real, you gotta go dig for vinyls, man. Because that's how real DJs do it, right?
The 70s in New York City also saw the rise of a new breed of dancers, B-boys and B-girls. Since then, breakdancing has been making history by bringing street dance to new heights. And I know one B-boy who's definitely part of that history, Bian aka Create.
As far as the 4 hip-hop elements in Indonesia, the B-boys is the biggest one. I think because it's cheap too. You don't have to buy tables, you don't have to buy cans. All you gotta do is just buy some shoes and some spin jacket.
Having succeeded in the States, Bian came back to Indonesia to discover that the local b-boys already got the basics right.
I saw a lot of potentials in b-boys doing power moves.
Okay.
Maybe because that's what attracted them in the first place with b-boying.
But no style.
But no style, bro.
So like, yeah, you're changing that mentality of, look, you don't have to be doing power moves all the way, you know, you gotta have a bit of style, a bit of swag in it too.
All the hip-hops head over here mostly are middle class and lower, so it's always hard for them to go overseas to get some skills, and I want to give that experience to them. If we want to get some skills, we got to travel.
Yeah.
We got to get it. So now it's all about the competitions.
I used to stay in my back room listening to
Bian salah satu famous b-boy di Indonesia. Dia juga banyak membantu saya untuk belajar b-boy lebih dalam, dapat knowledge.
Saya pertama kali lihat Bian, saya langsung terinspirasi kalau b-boy itu gak sempit, b-boy itu gak negatif, b-boy itu banyak sisi positifnya.
Bian bantu saya dan dia juga sering buka workshop dan saya sering ikut dia. Ya, banyak knowledge yang saya dapat dari Bian.
Saya diajarin sama Bian, kita harus kerja keras, kita harus latihan keras. Pokoknya karena Bian dah, saya masih bisa b-boy sampai sekarang, belum bosan.
Hip-hop for me is who I am. It's not what I do. I might listen to other genre of music, but at the end of the day, it's always Wu-Tang, Gangstar, you know what I mean? We still have a lot of catching up to do compared to like other Southeast Asian countries or Malaysia or Thailand where the hip-hop scene is already blown up.
Asian hip-hop is finally slowly coming together for the first time.
I've known Bian for 10 years now and I'm proud to see how far he has come. But not everybody here is as lucky as he is. This is only the first chapter. Indonesia has many more tales to tell.
B-boy itu buat saya udah seperti jalan hidup saya sendiri. B-boy itu semangat saya, b-boy itu pilihan hidup saya. B-boy itu yang bisa bikin saya berdiri sampai sekarang. B-boy itu motivasi saya untuk jadi berkembang. B-boy itu yang bisa bikin saya keliling dunia.
There can only be one king. The highlights of living, Vegas style, roll dice and linen, and terror spinning on millenniums. 20G bets, I'm winning them. Threats, I'm sending them. Lex with TV sets the minimum.
Did you know that Jakarta used to be known as Batavia? If you don't know, now you know.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere.
Also formerly known as Sunda Kelapa, Jakarta is where millions of out-of-town hopefuls come to search for a better life. It is the beating heart that keeps Indonesia alive. And within this heart lies a small village that, unlike a lot of city dwellers, appreciates the beauty of traditions.
everything. Black cars, all black everything. And our girls are blackbirds riding with their
Accompanied by a beauty myself, this is Tara Basro,
I'll explain later.
an up-and-coming actress who joins me in exploring a traditional Betawi dance called Ondel Ondel.
Tell them.
Wait, Sunter.
Why you got that look on your face?
Because I'm scared. Ondel-ondels are pretty scary.
Brakes on a bus, brakes on the car.
Ondel Ondel is a dance where giant puppets, towering over 2.5 meters, are the main attraction. This dance was once performed to protect against wandering spirits, but now it has become a ritual to welcome guests of honor. These puppets have become extras in hip-hop music videos too, especially for Kojak, the Betawi rapper.
Sejarah gua ye kota tuwe kalau panas di Ancol keragunan lewat jalan tol lihat-lihat orang utan balik PRJ Kemayoran. Nah, ini gue kasih tahu. Mau beli baju di pasar baru. Jakarta kita lihat ibu kota bareng sampai keluarga. Enjoy Jakarta, nyok semua ke Jakarta. Kita santai entar masih hilangin semua masalah. Enjoy Jakarta. Budaya Indonesia juga bisa dicampur gitu. Bisa dicampur dikolaborasiin sama budaya luar. Bisa jadi hip hop yang keren. Di sini Kojak Rap Betawi, gue represent budaya Betawi, tapi dengan hip hop gitu. Kita campurin musik gambang kromong. Gambang kromong itu adalah musik tradisional dari Jakarta. Itu kita campurin sama sound-sound hip hop yang dibuat sama produser gue Flizzow. Kalau di luar negeri, hip hop itu di belakangnya diiringin sama b-boy atau dancer. Tapi gue beda dari yang lain. Gue
didampingin sama mereka berdua nih.
Nice.
Sama ondel-ondel.
Sementara masih ada ini kita harus menjaga legasi kita dan juga our culture, right? That's what's up. And making taking that hip hop culture and your own culture, that's what makes the identity of Asian hip hop all over Asia. Jadi terima kasih kerana sudi bertemu dengan kami. Katanya Tara dia mau belajar.
Mau belajar, mau coba
ya,
try.
Sebenarnya cita-cita mau jadi penari ondel-ondel.
Kojak gives us a quick lesson on how to dance the ondel-ondel. But don't be fooled by my cool expression.
We're going in.
Especially when there's a pretty lady around. It's a lot harder than it looks.
I'm in. The ondel. Don't mess. Hey!
Okay, Joe.
I just got approval from the OG of the hood. My boy Fundy, he said it's all good. I'm sweating. I was mad fun. Yeah, shout out to TV, Tara Basro.
I just want to say, as an Indonesian, it's been a really great honor and had so much fun to come to the heart of the city. This is what Jakarta, this is what Indonesia is all about. This is the peoples. This is as real as it gets. Hip Hop in Asia, we out.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost.
They gave me nothing but doubt. First they waited, then they hated, then they counted me out.
And just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'll stop.
They say I lost my way, but first I showed them, then I sold them right in front of their face.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean
Alright, terima kasih Kojak.
Okay, thank you.
Semoga anda terus dan perjuangan hip hop anda dan perjuangan untuk musik dan kultur
mengangkat budaya
Betawi ya.
Iya, Betawi.
Terima kasih ya.
Oke.
Dan semoga kita sebagai tetangga bisa terus maju ya. Dan insyaallah kita dapat berkolaborasi.
Oke.
Apa?
Siap.
Ya man. Kojak.
Yes, man.
Sunter, what up? JKT baby.
Yeah.
A lot of people take traditions for granted nowadays, but sometimes we forget. Traditions partly define who we are today. What started off as an underground movement, hip-hop, was a bold effort of people wanting their voices to be heard. In a way, the very existence of hip-hop marked the rise of the outsiders. Raz Muhammad was raised in New York, but is a true Indonesian at heart.
By the time she was 21, had another one.
He came back to rekindle with his roots and wanted to introduce reggae music, but the scene was not as receptive as he hoped.
First community that really appreciated what I'm doing was the hip-hop community, even at that time, it was like the hip-hop community understands more about reggae music.
With open arms.
Yeah, they understand more about reggae music.
A lot of your lyrics is like you want to start that awakening, patriotism at the same time, and love your motherland.
If you really pay attention to my vocals and the character and the tone of it, there's still like hip-hop undertones and things like that.
I never heard reggae like that, like sang di dalam bahasa Indonesia. What made you fall in love with reggae?
Fall in love with reggae is more like natural process, and also I didn't choose the music chose me.
So was it hip-hop or was it reggae first? I gotta ask you this.
It was first hip-hop. I grew up with a lot of hip-hop influence. A cousin of mine, he played some Buju Banton, Walk like a champion, talk like a champion.
That's
what a piece of body, girl, tell me what you get from. Yeah, that's one.
And hip-hop owes its roots to reggae anyways. So, yeah. You work very closely with the hip-hop community here, especially with Wizzo. How do you see the hip hop scene at the moment?
Right now, it's very much growing. It's very much growing. That Indonesian hip hop has a lot to offer to the world, especially with different styles and things like that. Not just in bahasa Indonesia, tapi bahasa Jawa, you name it. We have it. It's incorporating traditional with the contemporary and things like that. So we have a lot to offer. Same way as reggae music.
When reggae music came along in the 60s, radios refused to play any song of the kind. Now, it has become a celebrated genre, and ultimately, hip-hop could not have existed without reggae and also dub records. Whether it's hip-hop, reggae, pop, or rock, they all have their own identities through culture, music, and of course, fashion. Now, this young designer knows fashion. Meet Adit, founder of 16D Scale, is a denim devotee, and you won't believe who wears his stuff.
Some of us that really love, really into music, and of course music and fashion always comes hand in hand, and so like we started to support like acts that comes to Indo. Like NERD, Friendly Fires, Cut Copy, Phoenix. Pharrell set the standard for us because he really loves batik. Actually, we made the denim exactly the same Pharrell Williams wear. For Mr. Flizzow, the president.
Snap.
Of course.
Okay, where's it at?
Hang on.
You want to dream? Dream big. That's that. No point dreaming at all, right?
Right, man.
My man. Easy.
My man.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that some of the world's top hip-hop artists would be wearing jeans by a bunch of kids from Bandung? Mad respect to Adit and his crew. Speaking of which, I think I've been spending too much time in the car where I should be out on my hip-hop quest. Jakarta traffic is too intense and I gotta escape. I need to go to a place where I can just chill.
We leaving JKT en route to BDG, West Bandung. Dalam macet dikit ya. Nonetheless, we are excited. It's been a while since we hit Bandung and follow.
You tripping with nowhere to unpack, forgot that. Rap, real, something you feel. And you know, yes you know. This is rap for real.
Ini saya gila mesti kena dengan gua ni.
Mungkin kasih kacamata Jo, kasih kacamata Jo. Ya.
Gelakkan gua.
Anjir.
Man, if this was KL, I totally buy this already. Because if you don't know, now you know. I make the best nasi goreng kampung in the world. Because my mama told me, right. Ask around.
Like we always do with this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
Bandung is the polar opposite of Jakarta. Calmer traffic, cooler climate. I see why it's a popular weekend getaway spot for the city dwellers. Jakarta may be the heart of Indonesia, but Bandung is the brain behind its creativity.
I am now in the trend-setting city of Bandung, where it's known to be Indonesia's center for the independent movement, ranging from art, music, and of course, fashion. Compared to the organized chaos of Jakarta, Bandung is slightly more chill, laid back, and a bit more personal. So you know what? We're gonna meet up with some cool peoples. We're gonna check this city out. Let's go.
Representing Bandung's finest, I meet up with my boy Mahatirtha, who owns the illest urban street clothing line called Skinny Think. Like a true Bandung citizen, first things first, he takes me to savor some authentic Sundanese food. After breakfast, Maha takes us to where the magic happens, the Skinny Thing headquarters.
I love it, man. Feels at home. I mean, that's the thing about, you know, going to a new city or a new spot. Like, if you have that local connect, you know, your homeboys, they take you to places where only locals go. And you get that real feel of what it is like to be in Bandung or rolling with Bandung peeps.
Bandung
chill city, tapi kita bisa buat uang. Tidak seperti Jakarta, penat, like harus kejar uang semua. This is Bandung, bro.
As chilled out as it seems here, the struggle to make it big is always there.
Kalau buat independent movement like brand juga, kita masih ada struggle untuk how we can introduce our local brand to international. Musik hip hopnya pun support biar semua orang bisa tahu di Bandung movement local brandnya ada.
Kalau ada local brand yang banyak pun, tapi kalau orang lokalnya sendiri nggak pakai, gimana mau naik kan? Jadi itu yang perlu tukar pertama sekali.
We are nothing without customer. If customer tak support brand aku tak akan bisa hidup, tak bisa makan, nggak bisa struggle. So apapun customer aku adalah raja.
10 years is a long time to learn the ropes, but now Maha and Skinny Think are ready to make international headlines. This other young cat is a must to hook up with. A certified fresh hip-hop music producer, Indra Dom Dom is also a professional skateboarder with too many trophies to count.
Hip hop bukan cuma sekedar musik ya, tapi lebih ke lifestyle juga seperti skateboard juga. Mereka ada unsur-unsur dari segi fashionnya. Dari hip hop itu sendiri ada break dance, ada rap. Saya melihatnya hip hop itu sebagai sebuah gerakan anak muda yang ngelihat dari sejarahnya tahun 70-an, mereka kayak rebel kepada pemerintahnya. Mereka mengungkapkan lewat jalur hip hop ini. Saya pertama kali jatuh cinta sama hip hop dari skateboard dulu. Di situ skateboard kita sering nonton, ngelihat video-video skateboard dari luar.
Ingat nggak lagu apa?
Mungkin yang pertama MOP ya.
MOP.
Up.
That's how I think hip hop and skateboarding, they probably emerge around the same time, in New York, the movement sekitar 70-an gitu kan. Gua nggak skate tapi banyak lagu-lagu seperti Wu-Tang gua pertama kali dengar melalui skate video dan melalui anak-anak skater. Jadi langsung setelah menjadi skateboarder profesional, gimana dan bila kamu mulai menjadi produser dan rapper?
Mulai start produce musik sekitar tahun 2002 ya. 2002 di situ ada beberapa teman homies yang ngajarin gimana caranya buat bikin beat. Di situ juga saya belajar. Terus sampai sekarang.
In case y'all didn't know, the theme song that you listening to every time this show starts is him. Yeah?
I got technology to thank, because I first knew Dom Dom through the internet about a year ago, and now I'm proud to say that he's part of our family.
Ayo, mana? Ke studio bisa? Let's go. Alright? Let's go, man.
Ini yang joke show now, ya, langsung saja ku open rima, mainkan hip hop Asia dari Indonesia hingga ke Malaysia. Ya, sampai kapanpun kita saudara brotherhood. Ya, man, kita tos, mainkan jos. Oke, beat dari Dom Dom sungguh asik. Oh, over kembali kepada Dom Dom yang pakai baju putih warna hijau. Oke, langsung saja. Yeah, berikan kepada Dom Dom.
Kali ini Dio MC mulai berkata, setiap harinya hanya duduk di depan layar kaca, menatap apa yang ada. Ku hanya berkata sesuai fakta dan tak pernah akan berdusta. Cek mikrofon di mic, cek sekali lagi. Kita kedatangan tamu dari KL City. Come to BDG City. Di sini kita setiap hari tetap berkarya di depan monitor PC. Di sini juga ada Flizzow, ada Mr. Flizzow. Ya, they come from Kuala Lumpur. Di sini aku akan terus membangkitkan nama hip hop Indo. Dio MC akan terus berkata
Future of hip hop Bandung.
Yo, semua mengenal AKA Gati Kholik. Telah memiliki taktik karena diriku di sini.
Right, it's been a great day in Bandung. Although we got here, we got a lot of things done. We hooked up with a Dom Dom and watched him skate a bit. Came back to his home studio, and now we're gonna hook up with the entire hip hop community out here in Bandung, organized by DJ E01 Chronic and some other cats from
Bandung. So let's get back to the hotel, get our laptop. DJ Cza gonna get a set ready, and we out.
Before I take another minute just to give everybody a movie never seen a hitter with another. Let me get up everybody that be moving with. On your mark, so you ready? Let's go. Wow. Okay, here we go again. You see the wind blowing and I'm like,
I gotta admit, I'm pretty nervous right now. The last time I was here, I had my whole crew. Tonight, it's DJ Cza on the decks, just me on the floor. Is Bandung ready for this?
DJ Cza, we gonna drop a brand new track. This is an exclusive, never been performed in Indonesia before.
And guess who else is here? Bandung's most respected and elusive OG, Ucup.
Hip-hop is one of the most powerful medium today. Saya pikir hip-hop itu memiliki banyak dimensi. Salah satunya adalah mungkin yang seperti saya bilang tadi, dia bisa sebagai media untuk menyampaikan pesan apa yang harus disampaikan kepada rakyat kebanyakan. Pas tahun 90-an itu sulit sekali cari rekaman hip-hop, apalagi untuk merekam album hip-hop pas zaman itu susah sekali. It's almost impossible. Sebenarnya ini bukan berlaku sama hip-hop, tapi saya pikir semua yang ada irisannya dengan anak muda, saya pikir bisa dipergunakan untuk perubahan. I hope hip-hop in Indonesia is not only just mirror reflection of what happens in West, but have their own character, have their own identity.
Ini bukan masa merokok, berdalam di masa tekanan. Tekan berlian, kataku, buat kamu kesal kapan. Beralaskan irama sebagai talam. Aku di sekolah MMC zaman silam. Kau kurang baik duduk diam.
Di studio tempat aku bertukang mengaji, ku cukup agar ku yang kurang. Jadi bila berdepan tak perlu bersalaman. Tunggu raya tahun depan kita bermaafan.
I know this is the last minute thing and y'all managed to get this meet and greet, this cypher, this gig going on, and I'm really appreciative. I've been down here since 12 years ago, and 12 years on, and 12 years from now, we're still gonna be family, alright?
Much love, Indonesia. I'll be back. Bandung has been inspirational. The art, the fashion, the music. You know, I wish I could stay here longer, connected with some good people, met some old friends, met some new friends. But you know what? It's time to go back to Jakarta. Got more things to do. Bandung, I'll be back. It was good. Peace. The hip-hop scene may be smaller here, but the fire within the people is blazing. These people came from all over the city for an event in the name of hip-hop. Imagine if it was the whole country. I leave Bandung with a heavy heart, but a lighter conscience. I know we did good here. Jakarta, the spotlight's back on you.
Start to grow colder than the North Pole. I try to focus on the whole of where the torch goes. In the tradition of these legendary sports pros. As far as I can see, I've made it to the threshold.
Gracias. Did you know that you cannot get sirap Bandung in Bandung? This is a fact. If you don't know, now you know.
Another typical day in Jakarta and hours of traffic jam to endure. But not today. In a city that drowns in pollution, car-free day literally provides a breath of fresh air. I couldn't fit my bike in my backpack, so I'ma stand aside and appreciate this rare sight and smell.
Car Free Day sudah dilakukan udah 2 tahun yang lalu ya, cuman yang setiap minggu rutin baru 2 bulan terakhir ini. Jadi setiap minggu. Kalau saya harus pakaian performance polisi, saya harus pakai sepeda dari ujung sampai ujung. Karena apa? Kita kan mobil tidak boleh masuk. Jadi kita kontrolnya pakai sepeda.
Sepeda juga?
Iya.
Oke. Terima kasih, Mas.
Baik, makasih. Sukses. As far as I know, Jakarta is the only place that supports Car Free Day, you know, on a Sunday.
I think getting on a bicycle will always take you back to that time when you were a kid. Unless you learn how to get on a bike when you're old.
Papery murder, black on black murder. Papery murder, black on black murder.
This is to the memory of Dan Roy Henry. Too much enemy fire to catch a friend. grades from the same shade. Again, we on the same team. Giving you respect, I expect the same thing.
So we're chilling right now at Rocket Company in Bengkel, and here you can customize anything from your fixed gear bikes to your motorbikes to your lowriders.
And I'm from the murder capital where they murder for capital. Heard about at least 3 killings this afternoon. Looking at the news like them, I was just with them after school. No shop class, but had the school got a tool.
Some of these bikes here go faster than a pod racer. Trust.
Shot repping this avenue. It's time for us to stop and redefine black power. 41 souls murdered in 50 hours. Papery murder. Black on black murder. Papery murder.
We all know that skills and superstardom don't happen overnight, but for Yako, it's even harder, especially in a male-dominant industry. Nevertheless, she's not only feisty on the mic, but she can literally take you back to school.
Rapping and then teaching, I think it's quite the same to me, because I get to learn about something new every day. In hip-hop, I learn how to entertain, how to make them stay and watch me performing. While on the class, it's pretty much the same way. I learn how to make students interested.
Listen to the sound, get ready, I'm coming around. Go to a bar, go to a club, sitting on a VIP, saying what's up, what's up, what's up.
When I started to get more recognition from the people, not always a positive one, yeah, some again negative comments, but I don't care. I want to create my own style. I'm not trying to please everyone, but I'm trying to find where I can be it. Hip hop is kind of personal. It's like a house, I guess. It's like a home for me, where I started to learn about everything, where I started to get to know about everything. It's like a really blank canvas where I can start to create my own version of hip-hop.
I had the privilege of meeting female rap royalty earlier, but now I'm about to meet the reigning queen of Indo pop, Rosa. No stranger to the industry, Rosa has received multiple awards and sold out concerts in Indonesia and Malaysia. So what's a rapper like me doing with a pop diva?
Rosa's gonna sing for the first time in Malay. I mean, it's not that she's never sung in Malay, tapi kan.
Yeah, I've never been in recording.
For Bahasa Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that slight difference between Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Malaysia. For the first time, Rosa gonna sing in Bahasa Malaysia.
So excited.
Yeah. Exclusive. Yo, I've been waiting for this day for a long time, a year plus to be exact. And Rosa is finally singing on the hook of the song Katakan, which we wrote in my studio back in KL, and we brought here for her to get on. It's the last song of my album, and after this I can go back to KL, finish up my album, and my second album will be out hopefully. So best part is Rosa is absolutely killing the song. She's singing it like it's supposed to be sung.
Suara buah hatiku nantikan setiap pagi hari. Kaulah air mata, permaisuri yang bertahta. Di hatiku itu fakta, ku tidak silap kata. Bila ku lapaskan cinta, ku katakan dengan nyata. Mereka kurang jelas, ku jarang-jarang cemas. Dan masa itu emas, pakai elok-elok macam barang kemas. Tidak perlu berlengah, tidak perlu buang waktu. Dua jadi satu, kita mulakan hidup baru.
Yeah, so it overlaps a bit. Now I have to go in and re-record my vocals so that Rosa knows where the spacing is, and for her to get a good feel of the song before she can do her ad-libs. So it's not just like a cut and paste kind of job. It's actual working in the studio, like putting our heads together, like
Hip-hop is known to break boundaries, shifting the grounds in music through jaw-dropping beats and unlikely collaborations such as Run DMC and Aerosmith, Method Man and Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Whatever the combination, hip-hop is constantly expanding and reaching out to people.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pull me back to that
Hip-hop in Indonesia may not have received the recognition it deserves yet, but it's just a matter of time. Because as long as the unsung heroes are still around, the fight for hip-hop will never stop. Semoga sukses terus hip-hop di Indonesia.
Take me to that old familiar place. Take me to memories.
My quest has brought me to the local masters and mistresses of hip-hop. I caught up with some old friends like Wizzo, Psycho G, DJ Stan, Ethnic, and beyond, and learned the importance of identity with Kojak, the Betawi rapper, through the traditional dance of Ondel Ondel with Tara Basro.
Forget you. I'll always remember you know. Yeah.
I also hooked up with reggae ambassador Ras Muhammad and got in touch with Bandung's finest, Mahatirta, Dom Dom, and Ucho. Not forgetting the incredible ladies Yako and Rosa. I've learned that ultimately hip-hop is more than just music. It's a movement that's capable of great change. And Indonesia is definitely capable of change.
I be in JKT, chilling at 1,000 islands, with models that love salads with no towels in Ireland. Heavy black mascara around their eyelids. They powder their nose doing lines in the toilet. Me, I stay on point, never acting lawless. They say I'll be the epitome of a bowler. And is it because I stay strapped like Russian Wallace? Is it because I grip this game like a cordless? So rich and play a billionaire couldn't afford this. Homes no cash, but I got you money in my wallet. I owes nobody, you can ask my accountant. This why these girls say wet like they just jumped out of fountain. You know I got juice, fresh like you from a mountain. I'll refute you, I'll be that dude to move a mountain. Even though the town man know my dance. #1 in KL, soon to blow up in Indo again. Man.